What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys, and in today's video I want to go over the HD scan for the card game because there's more information there. We can kind of see what's going on there, as well as talk about the DLC. So without further ado, guys, let's go. All right, guys. So the HD scans are in for the V-Jump, and what we have here today is the HD image for that. So let me zoom in there. Let me pop in here real quick. So let's take a look at it. What we have here. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. Okay, so remember, I've been talking about the card ass game and how I feel like this would be a variation of that. So we're getting a look at the cards here. And what we're seeing, first, I'll start in the top left corner. We see something there. Really can't make out what that is. But we do see a row of cards, a various array of cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like I said, 7 cards there. Notice the backs of those cards look like that, and the backs of these are Dragon Balls. So maybe we're able to customize our decks with different designs and things like that. Going back over here, I'm just going to go from right to left at the top. We have 3 cards here. There's one there. That's a Vegeta. Can't make out his hit points. There's a card here being attacked by a Kamehameha Wave. And this is what's interesting, because if you zoom in here, that looks like a looks like a Frieza soldier, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just giving me some water here, man. It's early, man. Gotta lubricate the throat. But anyway, this looks like a Frieza soldier. And I know you're gonna look at the one below it, and that one does too. But look at that. That's a 1. So that's not a very strong card. It looks like he has 1,000 attack and 2,300 defense or something to that effect. But I guess that does confirm we are going to have more than just the characters that are available right now in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And you can see Vegeta is the main right there. I don't know what that says. Something along the lines of 4,300, something. Maybe it's talking about some hit points. The image isn't clear enough to make out what that's saying, so I'm not sure. Then we see here something using the Y button. I don't know what that does, but then you go down and you have the square or the B button, the X button, and a different button here. They all do something different. Sliding across here, we see the bottom. First thing I notice is the hit points. It looks like 30,000. Now, when I tried to translate, it said 38 or 30,800, but I think it's about 30,000 because we look at Vegeta's up here and his is the same. So that could be the hit points. You could have a certain number of hit points being, like I said, 30,000, and the goal is to take that down. I mean, that's very similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! Only thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is you have like 2,000. So, but it's still, like, guys, I really get in the concept of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because even looking at the cards with the attack and defense, that's the vibe that it's giving off. So we zoom in here. Goku, he's obviously using this card here. He's using the super attack for this card here. So for those of y'all who wondered would animations be in the game, yes, there are animations. Like I said, this one looks like a Frieza soldier. You can see the scouter right there. So there are going to be random guys, you know, Vegeta in the Batman shirt. This is Kid Trunks right here with a, looks like a luau around his neck. I don't know. Anyway. And then, of course, Hercule right there. Now, what's interesting is you see here, right here, there's elements to the cards. Okay. And you can see that as we get over here with Goku, this is the card that's being used. He's obviously using the super attack, 4,000 attack, 4,000 defense. But you see that blue element here. Now, if you scroll down, you can see all those elements, blue, green, purple, and gold, and that is an element type thing. I mean, you have that in Dokkan, you have it in Legends, you have it in the card ass game, so that's not a new element. But this says I think that's a 10, a 0, 0, 0. So I don't know, maybe that gives a boost to these cards or something to that effect. I'm not sure. This is, I don't know what this is. It has the number 1 inside of it. Maybe that's the energy that they have so they could summon the card. That's how much energy they have left to be able to summon certain cards or things like that. I don't know, guys. Just speculation. And then we get a zoomed in look at this. This is wording right here. It's obviously telling us about a boost, but I'm talking about behind it, this golden thing. You can see this is like a meter. Okay, and it's separated into sections, it looks like. And it looks like it stops about right here. So it's not completely full. I don't know what happened when it happens whenever it gets full. And I can't make out what this is behind it. Perhaps it's a number or something to that effect. Maybe that deals with their super attack or being able to launch some kind of super ultimate attack. And then, like I said, here you can see the deck of cards, and then you can see the green. I don't know what that is. Perhaps it has something to do with this because that's green. So maybe if there's a card right there, you can push Y and it'll activate something because it's on both sides. Like I said, guys, I'm not sure. I'm just looking at a zoomed in image of it. And we have, like I said, it reveals more details about it. Now, I know people are saying that we're probably going to hear something this week about it. None of that is confirmed. That's purely speculation, guys. We don't know when we'll hear more about it. If we hear some about it this week, that would be really good because the more we know about this card game, the better. Also, like I said, still no release date for the DLC, so don't let people tell you they know when the DLC is dropping because no one knows. There are mixed feelings and emotions about this card game. I, for one, am excited about it because I like card games. I love the Yu-Gi-Oh games. I like Dragon Ball Hero card game. I like the those games. I like card games. I like the Pokemon card game, and I like adaptations of those. I know people, may not like it on the surface, but I think once we see it and we get to play it, I don't know, you might like it. Some people will, some people won't. It's stupid to think that everybody's going to like it. Everybody's obviously not going to like this, but there are going to be some that like it and some that don't. It adds a multiplayer element to the game, so that is going to draw in a different crowd. That's going to increase sales, and it's going to be beneficial as far as content, future content for the game. Now, I think the big thing is people are saying we wanted multiplayer but not in a card game. Well, guys, the structure of the game itself doesn't allow for multiplayer. The core game is not made for that. That's, because I know they say, well, DM, you said they weren't going to have multiplayer in the game. They don't. Technically, they don't. This is not multiplayer. This is, yes, it's an online thing, but this is not even what the game is. This is not even what the game is about, So it's basically like they added a new game mode to the game. This isn't Kakarot. Y'all know what I'm saying. Like, you're not flying around the map and stuff like that with other people. Not to say that they couldn't add that at some point in time, but I think that the core structure of the game doesn't allow that at this point in time. So, who knows? But guys, here's the thing about it. If you want online play in this game to some degree, people are going to need to buy into this because that lets them know, okay, they're interested in some kind of online for Kakarot, even though they know people want it or whatever like that. But as far as like the base game goes with online, like I said, it's not going to happen. I don't see it happening with Kakarot because if they added multiplayer to the game, they would have to take away balancing. Okay. Also, with the Beerus fight, guys, people aren't very confident in the Beerus fight. And I can understand that because we've seen what they've done with the game with the boss fights and stuff like that. But guys, take it with a grain of salt, but I feel very strongly that the Beerus fight has been constructed in a way that no other boss fight in the game has been constructed. Like, people say, oh, the developers couldn't beat it, blase, blase. Okay, but guys, you got to think they're the ones that made the game. They know the ins and outs of the battles, but at the same time, that's something you want to take, like I said, with a grain of salt, because what level were they when they fought Beerus? You know what I'm saying? So, but I do think there are going to be some interesting mechanics because even in the scans, in the V-Jump scans, let's take you to the, let's see where we go here. Well, I can't pull that one up. I'm not going to pull that one up. But in the scans, you see that they talk about Beerus and how, actually I probably have the older one. I was trying to find the HD scan, but I don't think I have that one, so I'm not going to worry about it. They talk about Beerus's health and how he has a ton of health and it's hard to damage him. So, and this is what I was telling y'all about the micro stats in the game. The micro stats in the game are whenever you have, like, you have the character's level, okay? You have their health and you have their ki or whatever. The micro stats are the melee attack, melee defense, ki attack, and ki defense. Guess what? Your opponent has that as well. So if your opponent has that, then that means that your opponent is going to be able to give off this vibe that's not completely accurate, as to say, okay? Let me see if I can pull it up here. I don't want to go to photos. Let's downloads. Let's go back to photos. Okay, no, it's not gonna let me. It's not gonna let me pull it up, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But anyway, your opponent has micro stats as well. They do. Okay, so Beerus obviously is gonna have very high defense. Like his defense is gonna be high. He's already. I'm looking at the scan right now. He's already got. At his level 100, his health is at 42,476,400. At level 250, his health jumps to 250,432,000. Guys, that's a tremendous amount of health. That is a lot of health. You see what I'm saying? So, but it talks about it, that his health is very high and stuff like that. So guys, be mindful of those things, man. Like this fight is going to be different. It's going to work and operate different than other boss battles. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying it's going to be hard, but it is going to be different. That is going to be sure. And I really hope it's hard. Like even in the scan, they say that the level 250 Beerus was made for the advanced players. So that's interesting to hear. It's made for the advanced players. So that's going to be, can't wait to see that. Is it really made for the advanced player? And also, guys, he starts out at level 250. If there's a level cap, it's possible that once you reach him, if you're already level 250, it's going to be higher. Okay. So like I said, take that with a grain of salt. But one thing I want to see really fast, DBZ Kakarot level 250 Goku. I'm trying to see what Goku's health is at when he's at level 250 because okay, somebody obviously changed that, but I don't know what that one is. Okay, guys, so I'm not finding it. Let me know what y'all's Gokus are at in the comment section down below, or any character that y'all have at level 250. Let me know what their health is at. What is this one? I'm seeing one here. Let's open this up a little bit more. Okay, there's a Goku here at level 250, and his health is at 33 million. Okay, so y'all let me know what y'all's Gokus and Vegetas and characters are at that are max level, what their health is at. Because that 250 million, that's a lot of health. That's a lot of health. But guys, anyway, that's all I got for right now, y'all. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace. Let's get some outro music going for y'all.